Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This video, we're putting the cab corner off the donor truck into the project truck. Okay guys, so first thing I'm gonna do is start chopping away some of this rotted material. I'm not sure just what's going on here. I've never seen things delaminate like this, so I'm thinking this may have been a fiberglass patch. But our donor truck gave us this whole cap section, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. Alright, so made my first cut here, and I snapped this off. Yeah, there's all kinds of filler material in there. But what's more important is this corner also is full of this urethane foam. And that's got to go. All this has got to get out of here the best it can, because when I weld the piece back in, I don't want a fire inside this doorpost that I can't put out. So this is as far as I got for the minute. Looks like I'm gonna have to take the door off. I'm gonna have to make a piece to go in there to fill. Jesus Murphy, would you look at that? What was I saying? Gonna make a piece to fit in here, and I think I'm just gonna set it in over top, grind this back, just set a piece in over top. That's because there's lots of door clearance here that I can put a little sliver of metal in and some fiberglass filler. Okay, been a couple of days. The weather wasn't so good. It was off and on. I did some work on some other pieces. Now, I mentioned about putting a piece of metal in behind the door. I think actually I'm going to put a piece of metal in here and just kind of tack it in around inside the door on this side. But I want to trim this away. I got a fair bit of this corner, so I think I got about another inch or so there that I can trim off and kind of bring this down around this radius a little bit, and then try to chop it off nice and straight, and then start trimming away the panel and see just how this is going to fit up. So things don't always work out every time. I miscalculated this rough out trim. It was supposed to be like here somehow. Over there, the thing was probably in the wrong spot because I didn't have it clamped up because it was too big. Couldn't have the door, you know, open, close, shit going on. Anyway, but I squared this up, and now I have a pencil mark on there to cut that away. I can put this back in when I need to. I got a pencil mark here to kind of straighten this edge up. But it's hanging low. You can see hanging low. That's because of the material that's in behind here still, so it needs to actually go up, right? So I pop this back off now, and I'll get rid of this and straighten off that, put it back up, and if it's fitting up nice and tight, should be able to knock a couple sheet metal screws into it and go from there. Now there's another little issue. It is rusty, pretty rusty on the inside, and there are some blisters protruding through here. But if you recall in the other video when I put the rocker on, you know, the thing hung out like to here, so it has all this detail on the bottom of it, so it's not a big deal. So I'm not gonna like weld the crap out of this. I'm just gonna weld it in enough to hold it there on the bottom edge in case I get into that situation and I bring the new rocker through, and I'll just say, you know, it's way easier for me to just, you know, trim a little of this away, laminate it over top, because this will be sitting inside up here, and then just same thing, bring, as I plan to do on the other side, just bring the body fill all the way up and through. So the big thing here is there's this body line here, there's a body line here in the door. Got to get those straightened up. Alright guys, here's a little tip. See this little piece of metal? I was cutting this off, and I've got this little bit of metal left in there, okay? And your 4.5-inch angle grinder won't get in there. This 3-inch cut off won't get in there either. Too much material in the way. You don't actually want to chop it off and have to weld it back up. What I do is I save these discs that's on there once they get weenied down to like this big, and I put them on a little die grinder with a little arbor on it. So the disc goes on the little stub, goes on the little die grinder, and now I'll be able to get right up in there with this cutting wheel on a little bit of an angle without any problem whatsoever. So, clamped up again. Things are slowly finding their way into position. Now, in order to do this body line, which I talked about just a second ago, I got to get rid of whatever's extra down in here so I can close the door. So I'm going to open the door as wide as I can. I'm going to scribe a line on the inside, down and around with a marker or a pen or pencil or whatever, and then trim out this corner. And I should be able to clamp it back up so I can close the door, and then line up this line with this line. Okay, try to get you guys down in here best I can. Yeah, the magic marker went around here. Now I'm going to trim this off to the outside side of the line. I'd sooner have a little bit here to have to, you know, grind away with the roll lock after it's in place, then come up a little short like I did earlier. So the body lines are starting to match up. Now it's a problem. This piece is nice and flat. Now I'm going to go over to the other corner and show you something. The piece underneath has this bump in it, this square. Now, fortunately, I have an original off of another vehicle or very similar vehicle corner, not an aftermarket, so it is going to fit. Lines match up. There's no, oh, this is out 1/8 of an inch like on the silver Dodge I did last year. So what I kind of have to do is, the easiest way out is hope that there's good sheet metal on the other side right through here, and just cut that other patch out along this edge and just go around it. Okay, so ground all this back with the roll lock, and this sticks out here. It's supposed to be flat like it is on the other side. Somebody's welded a patch in along the edge of here, and then it kind of comes up around and then stops. And now that would kind of explain why that piece of metal on the old corner that was here was sticking out like that. Looks like they come around because this is dollied in. I can feel with my finger that's tipped in. So no doubt they welded the patch in there and then just brought it around and kind of like glued it on to the existing metal because it's dollied down. And then they put like an absolutely enormous amount of body fill on here, but doing exactly what I intended to do, which is to stop at this body line and make that body filler disappear into there, because that's a good thing to do if you can, as opposed to have to extend like way up into a panel that doesn't have some kind of a line in it. So now, yeah, I gotta trim this away to start with, see what happens. Hey guys, trying really hard not to bore you with a whole bunch of cutting and fitting and trimming and fitting, but it is what it is. It's all part of doing the job, and it may be important to somebody. So I got this cut away. There's some good metal in there. Not too bad up in through here. This is probably the worst spot. Probably have to do a little fiberglass work around there if I can't get any tiki tacks a weld on there, very good. Probably gonna have to fiberglass it. What's important here is this hole. My patch panel, same hole. So what I'm gonna do is line this up over top of there until that hole lines up. Okay. I'm gonna shoot a screw in here, and I'm gonna shoot a screw in there. But I'm not gonna like sock them down, because the problem is this metal's in the way and this metal's in the way. But once those two screws in there and that hole's lined up, she'll take this patch panel off and on as often as I need to. And then once I actually cut this away and drill out these spot welds, I should be able to put it on with the screws in and everything line up. Hopefully. Alright, 2 screws are in. Let me step back here. Body line, pretty much spot on. Happy with that. Happy. Should be able to manipulate that. I think I'm gonna have to go get the patio umbrella from out in the backyard, put it up here in the driveway, because it's getting hot out here in the sun. Videotaping these instructional videos for you guys takes time, and if I wasn't, I'd be going a lot faster. But I think it's important. Yeah, measured that, put that up against there like that so it lined up, mark that, put it over there so that edge marked it, and this edge here lined up, mark that, took the square, made a pencil line, and I cut that out. Hopefully this piece is a little small so that I can grind the edge of this back, take the hammer and dolly and kind of turn it up so it'll match into this radius. And I'm kind of hoping, because there's a little bit of shitty metal here, and if I'm riding up in there, it'll be better, because once I body work this is going to be in behind the front of the box. Not going to see it anyway. So if that fits, then I should be able to just take that, cut it across there, drill out these few spot welds, take this section out. Yeah, so I marked this back just a little bit, pull a little slit in it there, clamped a bar to the back. Not even going to use anything special. I just got a claw hammer. I get in here in a good spot, bang it down. Okay, I fitted this up one more time for you guys. You can see how things are lining up, starting to take shape. This is that roll bit I just did. It needs a little more work, but it's getting there. Probably have to trim a little bit off the edge. You'll see once I cut the inside away. Clean this up so it's a little straighter going around. Be able to mark and cut that away. And you can see here, as things are slowly moving forward, this gap that I originally cut is pretty much closed up, so I'll have to open it up. It's no big deal, because I mentioned earlier the new rocker's gonna like come right back over here, so it's not a big deal. What's important is keeping this line lined up with that line on the door. So before I took this off again, I went around the edge just with a screwdriver, scribed a line on down, pulled it off, put a strip of tape on right along the edge of the scribed line. I get the grinder, go up this line here, cut that off, come across, right down this radius edge on here. I should be ready to check the fit again. Okay, so all tacked in. I'll just go through what I did. Had it all lined up, fitted, so it was nice. I tacked it here first, and I tacked it here, and I tacked it back there. Then I worked my way up into this area. And there's more tacks on here than there was. There's just the odd tack. Came back to the back, did a few tacks back in here. Then came down to or the overlap was right about here, and then I just went in with a little grinder on the little cutting wheel on the die grinder, and I cut back in and around here. I didn't have any thinner wheel than that, unfortunately. The thinner the wheel, the better. But anyway, so I got that all slit around there, pushed it down with a screwdriver into a position, and that's all tacked in now. And it looks like my body line is pretty decent. I'm gonna have to do, it is what it is. So I'm gonna clean up this mess of freaking tools I got out here, and then take my time, finish tacking that all in. So all welded in here. Looks pretty nice. I dressed it with the wire wheel quick, get all the black off of it so you guys can see it a little better. Now you can tell here where it's really nice tight gap, little tiny little welds like it should be coming down around here. Now if you recall, there was a big cut line, like a huge gap down in here. To weld something like that, get some bridges built about an inch or so apart going down the big gap, and then have your air ready, or whatever you're using to quench it with. And you're going to get in there on an angle, because you're going to have to tack against a tack that's already there, plus build it up and bond it to the metal in which you're headed. So you're not welding, you know, down, you're actually building up. You're going to weld backwards. So generous tack, filled, move to the next one, same thing, move to the next one, same thing, quench it with air, get it cold as fast as you can. That's the way I do it. Stuff like this, it's just a tack, quench it till you can touch it with your bare hand. It's cool enough to start again, tack, do the same thing. Down here, big gap, different approach. Anyway, this is all welded in. Get the grinder out, dress this up a little bit. So this ground up real good. I approach this grinding the same as they do welding. Keep moving around, keep putting compressed air on it, keep the metal cold to the touch the best you can. It helps keep it from warping when you weld it and when you grind it. And you can see there's a little bit of warp here. There's a little undercut line here, pretty minimal. Mix up some ABC Glass Plus and give this a quick coat, sand it back, hit it with some aerosol until after the inner and outer rockers are on, and then we'll be back into some body work. So I'm gonna cut this one off for now. You know the drill. Till next one, guys. Peace.